So here we have Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya Taylor-Joy has a really unique look to her, and we're going to get into her look and how it all comes together in this video. So in this first photo, you can sort of see that, I personally don't think that this works for her. I think that the top and her hairstyle and even her eye makeup are a little bit too bright, a little bit too contrasting, a little bit too harsh for her coloring and for her essence and for her body type. And so, for context, Anya is 5'8", and she also has some width to her silhouette, and she has a long vertical line, so she looks tall. Not only is she 5'8", so she's a little bit on the tall side, but she looks really sometimes even taller than she is. So she has a long vertical line, and that means that she is a beveled firm body type. And so she looks beautiful in really long lines, relaxed silhouettes, maybe some tousled hair. And she also looks beautiful with an emphasis on the eyes for the makeup and a neutral lip and a matte finish to her makeup. Okay, but all of this is to say that she has an additional thing that really affects her look and really makes her look really unique. And I would say she has a really strong ethereal essence. Now, Anya's ethereal essence is really quite different than most people's ethereal essence. I would say that most of my clients with ethereal essence will have things like angelic features. They look more like very much something that's like a very archetypal angel, or they will look like almost something that is just, I don't know how to explain, maybe archetypal, maybe something that's almost like an ancient wisdom or something. And it has nothing to do with age. You can be very young and still have ethereal essence. That's this type of archetypal, like ancient wisdom, femininity type of thing. But with Anya, I would say her essence is really very rare and is this kind of like futuristic look that she has to her. And this type of ethereal essence, the futuristic type, is really what gives her that unique look that she has. And I would say that Tilda Swinton also has this type of look. But with Tilda, it is a little bit different because her body type is different. Tilda is a sharpened type. She's a dramatic. But Anya Taylor-Joy, she has this futuristic look, so it really changes her style recommendations quite a bit. But I really do love her in this photo because I like how the makeup look is quite softened here to kind of emphasize that soft ethereal look that she has. And I also love the lighter hair color on her that looks very ethereal, and this smooth texture which looks really sort of futuristic and modern. I really love that on her. And the soft colors, of course, even though the cheetah print, of course, all of the soft colors I think look beautiful on her. So yeah, you can see how smooth her hair is, and the long lines of the hair really work with her look really beautifully. Here, I would say that this really doesn't work for her either. I think that her look here overall is very light. Her hair is very light, her skin is very light, everything about her is pretty light, but then she has this really contrasting black and white that she's wearing, and it's just distracting from her this soft beauty that she has, this very refined beauty that she has. And so I would really prefer to see her in these softer colors like I was showing here before. While we're at it, we can talk about her skin tone briefly. She's cool toned, and she is cool and delicate. So that means if you know anything about seasonal color analysis, that's kind of like a summer, some sort of summer, like a soft summer or whatever. But she really looks good in cool and muted colors. So things like dusty blues, dusty soft purples, dusty green, like cool greens, cool ivories are all really beautiful on her, and taupes will be really pretty as well. So here, you can see that the black looks too harsh again. And, if you're cool and radiant and you're light and your features are light, actually sometimes black will not even look that harsh against your skin tone, which is surprising because you would think that because you have light features, it's very hard for you to wear black. Now, if you're someone who has light features and black does not look harsh against your skin tone, but you find somehow it doesn't quite work for you, what you may try is wearing some darker eye makeup to balance that black color somewhere near your face, or black sunglasses or a black hat, something like that, to bring a darker color near your face so that it just balances your lack of a dark color basically near your face. So you could do that. But here, Anya's not really doing that, and also she's not cool and radiant, so black does look too harsh on her. Pure white may also look too harsh on her. Optic white may look too harsh on her. She really looks beautiful in those softer colors, those more muted colors. Again, here, it looks very harsh, and it does look really quite harsh here as well in this photo. I would say her hair color, excuse me, her hair color is a little bit too warm for her here. She is cool toned, so that hair color may be too warm for her, but it's a photo shoot. In this photo, it's hard to say if it's really bringing out like any imperfections in her skin or not, because even if it did, they would probably edit it out. So, but overall, it still looks harsh. The black still looks harsh on her. And so here, I really love this a lot. I really love this look on her because it brings in, the shirt is a little bit, it's more of like a very basic piece, I would say. I guess it has a little tiny bit of like a thicker texture to it, so that kind of works a little bit with being beveled firm, her body type. But I love her eyebrows, her makeup, her hair in this look. I love that the hair is smooth and sleek, so that really works well with her ethereal, futuristic essence. And of course, the color of it, being the color of the shirt, just being kind of more soft and muted, also adds to the look. It's not distracting. This is a really great example of what happens when someone who is cool and delicate wears a clear, bright pastel. Now, I want to be absolutely clear here that it's not that she can't wear this pastel and that it looks too bright on her. I mean, if you can even call it, it's a bright pastel, you can call it a pastel, you can call it a bright color, I don't know. But whatever this color is, okay, it's too bright on her, okay, the light sky blue or something. So it's too bright on her because she's cool and delicate. It's not that she's light and that's why it's too bright on her. A lot of people will confuse brightness, like the hue of the color, with the saturation of the color, and those are two different things. If you are really light like her, you can still potentially wear cool and bright colors like this top, but you just have to have a cool and bright skin undertone, you see? So I do have a video called Two Ladies Same Best Colors, and another video called A Cool and Radiant Lady, where a subscriber submitted her photos, and I only use photos that are submitted for subscriber typings for YouTube in my YouTube videos. I never use client photos in my YouTube videos, just so that you guys know client photos are always private. So if you ever want to submit photos for YouTube videos, you can do that through the website. Okay, but anyway, you can watch those two videos if you want to see an example of someone who is very light but still looks good in bright colors. So anyway, Anya Taylor-Joy is not one of those people. So here I would say she looks really beautiful in this. And, you could say, well, she's wearing black. Why aren't you saying that it looks harsh on her? This is a black and white photo. Okay, that's why we can't really tell her skin undertone in a black and white photo. Skin undertone, warm or cool, is more about the blue versus yellow balance in the skin. It's not about, it's really not about how light or dark you are or anything like that. So here, she looks really quite nice. And I think that the smooth look really looks beautiful on her. The smooth hair looks really beautiful on her. And so yeah, this is just really, I really like this look on her. I think it looks really nice, and I like the long lines on her as well. Like the long line of the skirt looks really pretty on her. Yeah, I think that here she's really leaning into her essence, and I really love that for her. Like, I love the lighter hair that looks a little bit, the hair looks a little bit artificial, but kind of like in a futuristic way. I think that just looks really cool on her. So here you can see that she's not really leaning into her essence. She is doing a bit more of she almost looks a bit more plain here even though she's dressed up like that and everything, she looks a bit more plain here than she did here, where this is more striking and more interesting. But here she just looks a little bit more plain, and like she dressed up like she is plain, but she wore a fun outfit. Versus here, it looks like she is interesting, but she wore a simple outfit. Do you see how that is very different? So I personally prefer this, that she is interesting, but she wore a simple outfit. But of course, it's the effect of the look, it's the effect of the outfit. It just gives her a different look. And this is what happens when, you don't wear your own lines, or that are, within your own essence, within your own color type, within your own body type. It becomes that the outfit is wearing you, and you look disconnected from the outfit. You may look more plain, or you may look more like more boring or something, and your beauty will fall into the background, and the outfit will be the center of attention, and the hair and everything. So I think that's really what's happening here. I think that, the gold doesn't really suit her skin undertone. I think the really dark eye makeup look doesn't suit her coloring, which is very light, and it certainly doesn't suit her essence, this sort of very rare essence that is this kind of futuristic type of look that is very sleek, very low contrast, and also cool toned, and her skin undertone really lends to that essence, because cool and delicate can sometimes have almost like a silvery sheen to them. When they wear the right colors, they have this soft, almost like silvery glow, almost like they're wearing highlight, like a cool colored highlighter. And that's so beautiful, but all of that is just kind of lost in this photo, and she just looks really quite plain. Here, on the other hand, she is definitely wearing her own colors, like that really light color that light silver color is really beautiful on her. The light hair is really pretty on her as well. I would say the asymmetrical detailing on the dress is also pretty interesting, and I think she does pull it off. I think it looks really, really interesting on her. I still have to say I do prefer this look the most on her still, but this is also okay. I would say that it's not quite fair to compare this look to this one or even this one, because this looks like, obviously it's not a photo shoot, so it's not going to look as perfected as a photo shoot would. But yeah, I think that those long lines are really flattering on her, and she really does look very unique. Like, imagine if you saw her at some sort of event, you would really think that she has such a unique look, and that she's really honoring her unique look as well. And, come to think of it, I do wonder if the asymmetrical detailing around the neckline is a little bit distracting from her, that sort of like sleek, simple look that she has. And so, yeah, I mean, up close, it's okay. Either way, I think either way works. But I would also like to just see her without the feathers, I would like to see her without that, because she is just so beautiful that I want to see, I don't want any distractions, and especially like the symmetrical parting, the minimal hairstyle, the symmetrical parting of her hair, the minimal hairstyle, like very sleek, everything's symmetrical, that really, you kind of want to see that pattern repeated in her look. Here, you can see how like the hair that's not sleek just doesn't really work that well for her, and I feel like her beauty is a little bit confused by hair that's not sleek, and that's because of her strong essence. It's not because she is not beveled firm. She is beveled firm, the closest Kibbe type to that, if you're familiar with Kibbe as flamboyant natural. She is that. It's just that she has such a strong ethereal essence, and in her case, this futuristic essence, that she's really very much flattered by that smooth, sleek hairstyle. So yeah, I would say that for her, my favorite look has to be this one. And what I would even say is that I would want to see this look on her in a lighter color. I think that would just be amazing. Like if this photo shoot were her clothing was lighter, then that would be really beautiful, and I think it would just let us focus on her face, and just very clean lines, very smooth lines, very futuristic, modern looking. That's her unique look. She just looks excellent in anything like that. And as a close second, I did like the look at the not the very beginning, but this one. You know, I did like this one as well, you know, but I think that the cheetah print doesn't really suit her because cheetah prints are not futuristic. You know, it doesn't make any sense. You know, so in that sense, you know, I don't think the cheetah print really suits her because of that. You know, but the colors of everything and the sleek hair again and the middle part and the way her makeup is done here especially is really beautiful on her. So yeah, so I think that overall, those are my two favorite looks on her that I've found. And let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? What do you see in Anya Taylor-Joy? And if you see this sort of, you know, futuristic essence in her as well, I think it's really beautiful and really unique. So leave me a comment, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye.